Dan and Amy, I don't know what you do for Christmas in terms of decorating your place. I assume
it's already decorated.
I assume that cult that you belong to gives you a Kwanzaa bush or something to put up at your house. What do you put? Do you get a tree for Peyton and Eli or what?
I used to get a real tree, but then one year there was a mouse that fell out of the tree, and my cats were going crazy, and I have not gotten a real tree since. So I have a tree, a fake tree, and then I put up Christmas lights that I already put up because it's been warm outside.
And what else?
Why are you rolling your eyes? Well, then I have some garland, and then I put up a wreath, and then I have candles in the window, the fake candles that automatically turn on and off. Well, I'm sure. Oh, what do you have? Well, you have the little Charlie Brown Christmas tree.
Yeah.
Who gave you that? Someone's wife. Oh,
no, I
Peter Roskam's?
I have one ornament that I received from Peter Roskam's wife. So I have the little tree and I have an ornament.
The one ornament? Yeah. And it weighs heavy on the limb.
But
so
this is my first Christmas with Hayek.
Oh yeah, so you've got it. This is a big deal.
Yeah, my hound. And so, I feel like I should make it special for him.
Yeah, well, you're going to give him reindeer ears to wear around?
No, I'm not going to humiliate him. I want to make it special for him. And so, we're looking for some tips and come across a Park Ridge woman named Kim Eggert who actually was selected. How about this? Selected to bring Barron Trump's vision for decor. Melania's vision, the First Lady's vision for decor at the White House for Christmas to life, and that's what she did. Spent 9 days doing it.
I have to tell you, I saw the end product too on Melania Trump's Twitter account. Beautiful job. It's breathtaking.
How'd she do it? Let's ask her. Kim Eggert joins us now. Kim, thanks so much for being with us. Appreciate it.
Me?
Kim?
Yes, I'm here.
Oh, great. Okay. Well, so tell us, do you have a background as as a designer or a stylist of some sort? Okay.
I am an interior designer presently, but I grew up in the floral industry.
Oh, I see.
So that obviously coincides with one another.
So how did you come to be selected by Melania and Barron and the family?
Well, this is a little bit of a twist and an unusual story. I was actually on a spiritual journey, and I asked God for something to test my faith, and I needed something big. And I decided that since I'm an interior designer and I grew up in the floral industry and I love history and I love old homes, that I was going to ask him for this, that I was going to ask him to decorate the White House, because that's really big and nobody knows Kim Eggert in Washington. So believe it or not, I sent a letter to Mrs. Trump and actually Ivanka Trump, snail mail, with some pictures of my portfolio. And that was in the end of August, so it was very late. And you know how many bags of mail the White House get.
Yeah.
And lo and behold, the first week in October, I received an email from the White House that said, we were interested. We need to go through a security check and send us another paragraph as to why you feel you're qualified. And you will learn no later than October 15th our decision. Well, October 15th came and went. And, of course, the doubts come. The little devil in my head is telling me, you're no good, you're never going to get this, this is too big for you. And 3 days later, I got, congratulations, you've been accepted as a volunteer.
And then you initially turned it down because they were 3 days late, and you said, how dare you miss a deadline.
So you worked with others then.
I cannot tell you the pure joy that ran through me. There's nothing to describe it.
Oh, it's a big deal. So you went to Washington, D.C., and you were with others, and you decided what tree went where, because the end product is just stunning, and I urge people to go see it.
No, we did not decide. I'll tell you, we were all like under covert, operations there. We started out in the first 4 days at a warehouse, actually prepping and preparing. And I mean, everything that is in that White House that you see on those pictures, we touched. So it was pretty involved. And it was just nonstop working from 6 a.m. till 4 p.m. when the bus picked us up to take us back to our hotels. And it was pretty amazing. Every little detail. Bows were big. I actually did bows, did apples, did pears. And I also painted the gold on the Gold Star tree for the families of the fallen.
Oh, nice.
They were initially silver, so that had to be changed to gold. So there's a lot of prep work that goes into it.
How many people were involved in this project?
There was 70 people.
Wow.
It worked. I was there though the entire 9 days. There were some people that came for the first 4 days and they left, and then there was another group of people that came the rest of the time till the time we left. So it was kind of split up, but 70 people in total.
Were you ever able to meet Barron or Melania or President Trump?
We were. Mrs. Trump, at the end of this experience, which was, I can't even tell you, phenomenal. When you step foot in the White House, it's surreal because I'm one of the people looking out from the White House at, everybody's always looking in. I was standing in the Blue Room. And at the end, she had a big reception and a thank you for all of us, and she came down and spoke. We did not see the president. We did not see her son.
Did you have any creative differences with Jared Kushner?
No, no. I'll tell you, Mrs. Trump was totally hands-on. This was all her ideas coming to life. She picked everything. She started way in the summer, because all these things have to be ordered, the velvet ribbons and the ornaments and things like that go into this project. And along the way, when her and her husband and her family went to Florida for the Thanksgiving holiday, her chief of staff, they were there taking pictures to make sure that, she was okay with the whole project. So she was very hands-on.
Now, did you get a federal pension out of this, or any other type of remuneration?
The experience of knowing how God works in my life, that's what I got out of it.
Did you take a presidential letter opener? Did you grab a pen?
No, I did not. No. But I did take good food because they fed us every day. And there was nothing better than getting fed by the White House, I'll tell you that.
And what's your reaction when, all those liberals came forward and there were memes out there saying that the Christmas decorations are apocalyptic or they look straight out of a horror film?
You know what? It was stunning.
I
am
thought it was
telling you, there's no words to really describe it when you're there in person.
Mm-hmm.
I think how Mrs. Trump, when she gave her speech, we decorated the people's house, and how her and her family look at this is they're visitors there for a time. So there are people in groups that are going to be coming in all the way up until Christmas to see this house, and the politicalness of it shouldn't even be a part of it. And I will tell you, that was one things that I really noticed. I made so many good friendships along the way with the group I was in. We became so close. We learned about each other's lives. There was no politicalness at all, and we're all come from different, venues on that. And I really expected going into this that, oh wow, we might have a little conflict. None of that existed. It was like peace and harmony, just to go with the Christmas season, I'll tell you that much.
Now, is there any ornamentation on the ficus that's dedicated to Al Roker in the White House for all the fertilizer he provided it?
No, you know what? I will. Hey, if the fertilizer helps, because I decorated the tree in the Blue Room, which was 18 feet high and in perfect shape. So if the fertilizer helped in that part,
sure.
turned out a beautiful specimen.
Yeah, we'll pass that on to the Today Show. So any, Melania's vision and then your sensibility too as a professional interior designer. Some suggestions you have for those that don't have any sense of style or design, like Amy, for decorating a home or business, or even her wardrobe.
Well, you know what? I'll tell you, fake does not exist in the White House. If you want to decorate, you want to get the real thing, the real tree, the real bows of that go over the mantle, and the wreaths. What I noticed when you have 54 trees in the White House, you know that smell of pine that everybody tries to get with a candle, or some potpourri. You get it immediately when you walk in there because of the freshness of a real tree. So that's one of the pointers I'll give you. You got to have the real thing for it to really look authentic.
All right.
Yeah. Any other tips you want to get, Amy?
No, I'm going to get a real wreath because that'll bring the smell of pine.
Oh, you got to have at least one thing real in the house at Christmas. One thing. Yep. And a wreath is really a good thing because it's kind of outside the door where it won't get as dried out as a real tree.
Yeah.
No, I know exactly where I'm going to go buy my wreath.
Yeah.
I hear it smells like pine at Roker's house too. Kim, so is Kim Eggert? You're an independent interior designer?
That's correct.
All right, now you get.
My company name is Kimmy's Design.
Kimmy's Design. All right, and now
Could
you get to
help me
put.
with my living room.
Do you get to put like a presidential seal on that? So like official interior designer to the first lady or something?
Well, yeah.
You should. That's a great marketing. Yeah.
It sure is. Thank you for the suggestion, Dan.
Yeah. See,
And
I'm the marketing guy, not the
again?
design
Wait,
guy.
I gotta get. What's the website again?
Yeah.
It's Kimmy's Design, and that's all one word, KIMESDESIGN Design.
Thanks for spelling design for Amy too. We appreciate that.
Common spelling. Well, I'm blonde. But yeah, and could you help out with little A-frames and Lakeview?
Oh, here it is.
I do everything. I consult on anything imaginable.
Now, you just have to remember that the compensation to do Amy's house will be similar to what it was to do the White House. Just keep that in mind. All right, Kim Eggert. She is interior designer from Park Ridge, Kimmy's Designs, and she brought Melania's vision for the White House at Christmas to life, and you'll see it this Christmas season. Kim, thanks so much for joining us. Appreciate it.
Yes, and Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you. She joined us on our turnkey.pro answer line.
This is the